Hello everyone. Huge meltdown at Netflix. Meghan was put in her place. Well deserved. I knew this would end. I think this is no small matter. Meghan might go bankrupt after this incident. I was ready to share Netflix news. Meghan and Ted Sarandos had a nuclear disagreement that might damage your party. We know the Netflix deal won't be extended in 2025, making it difficult for her to produce series or other material beyond then. Exactly what happened? We know Meghan has halted or canceled the culinary program because she doesn't want to continue. When did we hear Netflix was managing Aero and American Riviera Orchard? I told you that's rubbish. A few things happened recently. We discussed numbers during the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's tour to Colombia. They organized $1.5 million, $2 million, or more than $2 million for the Colombian crook's security. Naturally, it's a lot, and could have been used for anything. The Archwell gift to Colombia is ludicrous, so I won't mention it. This meant Meghan's ego was refueled. She thinks she's the main character again, and like any narcissist, she takes risks, especially when her supervisors want her to work hard. She should produce the cookery program and Harry's polo show. You may also recall Victoria Beckham's spin-off from the Victoria and David documentary. The documentary was a sensation, earned Emmy nominations, and inspired memes, including the Be Honest meme, which is still used today. We'll use that meme forever. This is a spin-off of Victoria Beckham's makeover. Meghan asked Netflix, "Why is Victoria having that and we did not have the same after the dog shite mentory?" Remember? Falsehoods, self-service, and more assaults on the royal family until they could no longer attack them. Meghan was unhappy. Her therapy in Colombia made her feel like, I am the main character again. She was furious over Victoria's second documentary. You receive what you labor for. Perhaps it's because the first Beckham documentary, House of Beckham, was so popular that you can capitalize on it. Victoria's solo documentary may not succeed like David's. It's not impossible for her to succeed alone. I mean that David and Victoria's relationship generally makes a documentary intriguing. How did Harry and Meghan interact? Not one. They astroturfed everything they tried to build, including Invictus Games and Rent-a-Royal appearances, making everything uninteresting and false. It may have been more spontaneous because it was Colombia. Do you think Harry and Meghan are fake? Please share with me. If you think so, please comment number 1 and vice versa. If you don't think so, please comment number 2. Although they were treated as Duke and Duchess in Nigeria, many Nigerians were angered at Meghan's assertions that she was 43% Nigerian, which must have made a difference. In Colombia, many joked that Harry was one of their top clients. I couldn't resist making these jokes, even though I planned not to. They enjoyed Colombia because of the Colombians, not themselves. That's why you think, okay, we're back. This is fantastic. Meghan's Spanish shattered the internet. It was more of a blip. So much is occurring in the globe that few people notice Meghan. Catherine's Balmoral appearance seems to be attracting more notice. However, Catherine naturally attracts attention without paying for it. In this scenario, coming back to the Netflix thermonuclear war, Meghan asked that her culinary program requirements be installed or enforced in the new filming conditions. My sources say the show has been shot, but that hasn't happened. Any hint or teaser would have been given by now. August is ending quickly. If this will launch in March, we should have a teaser and some material by now. A cookery show may not take 7 or 8 months to edit. Is it complicated? I don't understand since culinary shows are sequential, like podcasts and cooking programs. In a reality program with several Kardashian family members, you must record in multiple places and maintain track of different time frames and stories. It's complicated. Playing with the beat is needed. Cooking shows are basically podcasts from start to finish. One plot. Nothing complicated there. The situation is already difficult. I said this program is complex. She changed, especially by promoting her brand or Instagram posts. Netflix says, what? This won't proceed. They're stuck. And Meghan is making industry enemies. Since content production is more conflictual, I think Rent will be what sustains Montecito from now on. In Dockside Mentorship, it took years to finish. They could have done it in 6 months if they chose. You know, Meghan had artistic problems with the original director and chose Elise Garbus. That wasn't recorded at the Montecito mansion. She had to choose the site, etc. Too many silly details that were not part of the plot, which sells these products. What makes this interesting? In your food program, how will the chef and guest interact? It matters. Nothing else? So they say, oh yeah, we'll edit all this in 6 or 7 months. That's absurd. Editing a food show takes little time. Still, since it's summer and you have footage from your cooking show, it would have been nice to release a teaser and tease your Aero brand on that. Even that is not done. How can I say this? Negotiating this is impossible. Victoria Beckham works harder than Meghan, who wants more before the contract expires. Ted Sarandos refuses. Anyway, the legal element is crucial. But what can we learn from this story? Meghan gets a lot of egotistical fuel from her excursions, especially when she learns that the Columbia vice president has secured her. Harry seems to lack vitamin B all the time. He hates being mocked on these visits. In particular, seeing my movie about Meghan and the VP's non-husband was unpleasant. That makes Meghan happy, though. Then some money is saved. So this is their content strategy for now. I'm okay with a teaser or episode if the food program is continuing forward. That would be fantastic. However, as I've discovered, this is not progressing. Many Netflix tensions and pointless fights. You know, Meghan doesn't always get what she wants. I still don't understand why Meghan thinks she's interesting to anybody except herself. She's a legend in her own mind. She has one story about dish soap, and even that is a lie for her PR machine to put out that she wants Harry to stop. Looking backward when she constantly harps on about a school project at age 11, 35 years ago. My God, these two are weirdos. They should be ashamed of going to the most poverty-stricken countries and using resources that should be used to feed and house the poor. Not only that, the ones that should be ashamed are the politicians spending all this money. But that's what populism is, giving the people entertainment and some bread like the Romans used to say. While they use it as a way to justify a lot of money, the politicians can't justify in other ways. The Beckmans never trashed anybody. Their documentary was fun, interesting, and true. The Harkles were just whining and bad-mouthing their betters. It was a really great documentary, showed so much integrity, hard work, and perseverance. Meanwhile, Meghan is too much of a control freak to listen to producers or directors or anyone giving her directions or suggestions. What these two did was horrible. Tell all the family for millions. It's disgusting. His excuse was, well, we needed money. I hope one day Harry wakes up and realizes the mistakes he's made. I don't think his family is perfect. But Harry is such a hypocrite. He's okay talking dirt in his family, as long as you leave him and his wife out of it. I think Meghan's behavior these last few years has destroyed her own chances of being successful without Harry, even with him. They are living alone together in that marriage. Both are alone because they are so self-absorbed. Him with his chip on his shoulder and self-pity, and his mother's substitute wife is a self-centered narcissist who is using him until something better, and not a man-child comes along. It still amazes me that these two haven't thought it would be a good idea to retreat into private life after all the ridicule from their chosen behavior. There are YouTube channels that suck up to them. I accidentally ran across one of them. It was truly emetic, just like there are podcasters who've devoted their entire channels to Harry and Meghan and are profiting off them. 2. One must think she's earned throwing them under the bus. Now she's accepting donations to fund her family's UK vacation. Narcissists never accept wrongdoing. They always fault others and never take responsibility for their behavior. The Netflix group was very foolish to greedily take on this equally greedy couple. False presentations of our royal family to make money leave a bad taste in the mouth. I think Netflix should be ashamed of hoping to profit from trashing our monarchy. Well, Harry and his wife took you for a ride too. Hopefully you go back to producing respectable entertainment. Harry and Meghan have no chemistry. None. They are as boring as watching paint dry. Plus all the complaining. Poor us. Netflix should have cut them loose already. Meghan wants to be liked without doing the work that comes first. She's jealous of whoever thrives. No matter what she does, almost everybody senses something uncomfortable, unpleasant, or unlikable about her. It is a sense deep within us. It is not a conscious, deliberate thought. It is an innate, subconscious, instinctive, intuitive sense that there is something deeply unpleasant about this person. We feel her vibe, but we do not like her vibe. You have to remember that Harry at least was used to having an idea and then having the palace staff make it happen. He has just shown up at showtime for the Invictus. He has never done any of the actual work in putting it together. Meghan did 2 projects with the royals, and I am sure her staff did all of them. A cooking show might require quite a bit of time to produce if the star doesn't really know how to cook. Sleeping with Corey Vitello doesn't make Meghan a real chef any more than sleeping with Harry makes her a real royal. What a shame spending all that money to give the Harkles all of that sideshow and circus trip when so many children go to bed hungry every night of their lives. That is all I can say about the topic of today's video. Are there any other questions you have? I hope you will share this with us and everyone else in the comments section below. We really appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope you will show support by sharing, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see each other again shortly.